சூப்பர் வந்துடுச்சு. சூப்பர் வந்துடுச்சு. நம்ம இங்க மியூட் பண்ண முடியுமா கோபி சார்? Very good morning, students. We will start our placement orientation in a couple of minutes. We are waiting for some more students to join. Very good morning, students. At the outset, this is Dr. Karthikeyan welcoming our director, Dr. Samuel Rajkumar, who takes care of the Career Development Center, and he's been veteran for placing students for the last 25 years at VIT. And we also welcome other coordinators and team members from placement team of VIT Vellore office. It gives immense pleasure for giving us this orientation and certain clarifications towards your future career and future goals for which you all have come to VIT. We would also like to give our thanks to our VIT management for giving us all support to help these young budding minds who are going to have great career from VIT Career Development Center. All the best, and over to our director, sir, please.
Thank you, Dr. Karthikeyan. Very good morning to all of you. It's my pleasure to have you all for this orientation program. Though we call it as 2023 Freshers Orientation. This is all of you are freshers to us because you will be attending your selection process as a fresh the student who will be taking the campus placements when we start in the month of July. So before we go and talk about the rules and regulations, the procedures, the policies, what we follow, I thought we will talk about what Career Development Center has done to VIT in the last 25 years. So we have placed more than 50,000 students on campus. We are not trying to boast our records. Actually, we just wanted to tell you what is the role VIT has been playing. The VIT placement cell has been playing in building the careers of many of the students who have joined VIT. Okay, so apart from the placement and training, what do? We do career counseling, we do soft skills training. We also have industry engagements in the sense actually we facilitate student workshops and then faculty development programs. We also facilitate the industry certification. So we will have an orientation on the industry certifications sometime starting next week. I urge all of you to join the orientation for the industry certification also, which is going to be very important when you come for the campus placements in the month of July. So we also facilitate the internships. We also, since last year, we have started doing the higher education training. Previously, it was done by the Directorate of Students Welfare. So this year, from last year onwards, we have started doing the career counseling for higher education as well. So as you all know, we have a very strong alumni network. So we do support the alumni in the job placements even after their graduation. So we have job fairs being conducted at all the alumni chapter meetings. So not only that, actually, we also facilitate the alumni placements through our the placement portal. So we also have industry conclaves wherein we take the feedback of the industry through our annual industry conclaves to enrich our curriculum and add courses that would add value to the students when they come for the campus placements. Okay, so this will be the placement calendar. So we are a little late this year in terms of starting our registration process. So January to February is the registration process. We have already, I think all of you must have done your registration by paying the registration fee. So this is not a one-time registration for those students who have got an arrear or a backlog. So we would be again doing a registration in the month of July before the start of the placement process. So you can share this information with the other students who got any of the arrears or backlogs. So once they clear, we will have a registration done in the month of July. We also will have another registration in the month of January, or as and when you clear your backlogs, you are eligible to register for the placement process. So it is not a one-time registration. Please communicate this information to others. So February to March, we'll be doing training. So we, apart from the soft skills training, which we facilitate, we also have placement training wherein we have mock interviews. We have the S.dot training on training for the super dream companies. We have the group discussion training. We also invite the HR managers to come and do the training so that you are equipped with all the skills that are required to face a campus recruitment process. So most of the training will be voluntary. We don't charge anything for the training, so everything would be free. So I urge all of you to attend all the training in the sense actually, so you would, so this is going to be a very crucial period in your career. So whatever you get trained during this couple of months, it's going to help you in getting a good career in the coming months when we start the campus placement process. So July, August, we start with the placements with the super dream companies. When we say super dream companies, I'll also tell about the categories. So any company that offers more than 10 lakhs per annum, it's called a super dream company. And we continue with the dream placements in the sense actually any company which offers above 6 lakhs per annum is called a dream software company. And any core engineering company that offers more than 3 lakhs per annum is termed as a dream core company. So we have a full year placement calendar. We are not restricting the placement calendar because we usually have about 700 plus companies recruiting from VIT. So the placement calendar is throughout the year. So July and August, we start with the super dream companies. Again, in the super dream companies, when we say whichever company that offers the ISCTC, they get the slot 1. So usually for last 4 or 5 years, VIT is the only institution that has been sharing the slot 1 with the companies that offered more than 25 lakhs per annum. So last year we had about 5 to 6 companies coming and sharing the slot. So what do you mean by slot sharing? So all of you, whoever is eligible for the process based on the eligibility criteria and the branches that are allowed by the companies, you will be allowed to sit for the process. And in case if you get selected in more than one company, you will be allowed to choose a company of your choice, and you have to submit your choice the next day once the process is over. In September, we have the IT services companies recruitments, what we call as the mass hiring companies. We have companies like TCS, Cognizant, and Infosys coming and recruiting from VIT. So usually we start the second week of September. And once you get placed, again, we continue with the Super Dream and Dream campus recruitments. So unlike many other institutions, VIT gives multiple opportunities to the students to choose their career. The only thing is actually you cannot take a parallel offer. You'll have to take the offer which is higher above. In case if you have taken a dream offer, you will be eligible only for a super dream offer. So another important rule is actually so we don't force anybody to sit for any process. So the entire placement details will be posted to the student, and every recruitment is voluntary in the sense actually every registration for each company is voluntary. But the only thing is actually once you register, you will have to attend the process. So in case if you are getting a higher CTC, higher package offer, which is in case if you have a dream offer and if you get a super dream offer, your lower offer automatically gets rejected in the sense actually you cannot go back to your previous offer. So keep that in mind. So there are many instances saying that actually students after taking a super dream offer, they want to go back to the dream offer, saying that actually I'm interested in going back to the dream offer, which is not allowed in the placement process. So once you get a higher offer, the lower offer automatically gets rejected. And another thing is actually from as I told you, the placement calendar goes from January to May. So it's throughout the year, except for Diwali holidays and your term and exams. We do recruitments on all the days, actually 24/7. Even during the CAT period, you will have your campus recruitments going on. So please do not worry about the attendance part. We will take care of the OD. So please ensure that you give your attendance when you attend the selection process. So that's the only thing. So you need not worry about the attendance or OD, which will be taken care by the CDC. Okay, is my slide moving, Karthikeyan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the category what we have. So we usually start our placement season with the PG internships. So the PG internship starts in the month of March, April, and we start with the super dream companies, 10 lakhs and above. So when we say 10 lakhs and above as a super dream company, there may be some exceptions wherein some companies, based on the brand or based on the engagements with VIT, even if the CTC is less than 10 lakhs, maybe 9.5, they may be given a super dream category. So you need to check on the placement notice that is being issued by the placement office on the to see the what is the category which has been accorded by the placement officer. So this is the primary criteria, but that doesn't mean that is the stringent criteria. So there may be a variation in terms of categorizing the companies. So you need to check on the notice that are being issued by the companies issued by the CDC. So again, for the core engineering branches, in case if you get selected in a dream IT company, it may be a consulting company like consulting or analytics company like Mu Sigma or any of the PwC or any of the company which offers 6 lakhs and above, you will be still eligible to sit for a dream company. In case of you are getting, for example, if you are selected in a company like PwC with the offer of 7 lakhs per annum, and if you have another company like Maruti or MRF that comes after after the selection process, you will be still allowed to sit for these companies. But once you get a core engineering offer, you will be eligible only for a super dream offer. You will not be eligible for another dream IT offer, and your previous dream IT offer also will get cancelled. Actually, in the sense, actually, you cannot go back to your previous offer. So another thing is actually with regards to the super dream companies, when we say these companies, when they come, they hire both for placements and internships. So some companies will offer placement and internships on the day of the process. Some companies will offer only the internship. So in case if you get a super dream internship, you will have to accept the offer. You don't have an option of rejecting the super dream internship offer. You will have to accept the offer. The fact is, most of the super dream internship offers are will be converted into full-time offers. This is why going by the previous year's records. So say for example, if PayPal comes for recruitment and hires 10 people, so some 5 people will be given a super dream placement offer, and 5 of them will be given a internship only offer. In the sense, after the internship, their conversion happens. So, but you will not be eligible to sit, in case if you get a super dream internship offer, you will not be eligible to sit for another super dream company which comes after the company like PayPal. So you will be eligible to sit for a dream company, which is a lower offer, to have it as a backup. So if the internship is not mandatory for this dream company, you will be still eligible to sit for the process and keep it as a backup. Most of the companies that offer only internships, they have converted the students to a full-time internship. Okay. So I just wanted to show this slide before we go to the other slides. So this is the placement policy and guidelines which we follow. So as I told you, selected by a super dream company for only internship, you will be eligible for dream companies placements, IT and core and IT services companies placements. You cannot sit for a parallel super dream offer, and you will have no option of rejecting the super dream internship offer also once it's being announced. In the sense, when can you withdraw from a selection process? As I told you, we have a Neopat portal. I'll explain to you actually how do you go about registering the in the Neopat. So when do you reject? When can you withdraw from your selection process? So we have a placement portal through which you will register, and all the details will be given in the portal. Just a minute, I'll go back to the previous slide. Okay, so this is called Neopat. The VIT's entire placement process is a digitized placement process. We don't have manual notice boards where you can go and see the notices. The entire placement process will be a digitized process. So after my presentation, we will have a presentation by the Neopat team. So they will explain to you on how to register in the portal. So once you register and update all your profile in the portal, whenever there is a company coming in for the recruitments, the placement center sends out a notice or a job notification. So the job notification will have all the details like what is the CTC, what will be the eligibility criteria, what will be the job profile. Based on that, in case if you are eligible, in case if the company says the eligibility criteria is 80% throughout, the sense actually your 10th, 12th, UG and PG should be 80%, you will get a notification that you are eligible for the particular job process, for a particular company's process. So if you are eligible and if you are interested, you will apply for that particular job. So in case if you apply, you will have to attend the selection process. You will have to attend the pre-placement talk. So in case if you are registering for a particular placement process and if you are not attending, you will be suspended from attending the selection process for the next 2 weeks. Automatically, there will be a suspension. In this sense, unless otherwise it's a medical emergency or a medical reason, which has to be communicated before the selection process, not once the process is over. In case if you have missed out on a process based because of your medical problem, you will have to send a mail to us stating the medical reason for not attending the selection process before the process, not after the process. And that has to be justified by the medical certificate issued by the VIT Health Center. We don't encourage the medical certificates issued by the outside. See, all of you will be there physically on campus when we start the campus recruitment process. So in case if there is a medical reason for you to withdraw, you will have to justify and send a mail before the process, and also justify it by submitting the medical certificate issued by the VIT Health Center. So in case if you are not after registering for the process, you'll have to attend the pre-placement talk. In the pre-placement talk, if you are not interested in attending the selection process, going through the process further, you can withdraw from the process, stating the reason for your withdrawal. Say for example, if the company has not disclosed the job location or a service agreement in the job notification, and it is told in the pre-placement talk, which you are not comfortable, you can withdraw from the selection process by giving us a letter stating the reason for withdrawing from the selection process. So in case if you say that the location is Delhi, I am not interested in going to Delhi, which was not communicated earlier in the job notification, you can withdraw. The same will be applicable for all other process that comes. You will not be eligible to sit for any process, any company that offers a job location as Delhi. So when you are applying, please go through all the details that are given by the placement center. Do your homework. You can go and find out the details of the companies by Googling or going to Quora or going to Glassdoor and check the credibility of the company, the career path, in case if you are taking a job profile that's being offered by the company, and then apply. So once you apply, you will have to go through the process. So after the test process or after the interview process or after the results are announced, you cannot withdraw from the selection process. So selection is closed when the company announces the result or the placement office announces the result. It doesn't mean that you can attend the next selection process saying that actually I have not got the offer letter. So once you get an official communication either from the company or from the placement center saying that you are selected, you will not be eligible to sit for another process. Okay. Say for example, if you are selected in a super dream company and if you are shortlisted for the other company which comes the next day, still your name will be there on the list actually. But if your name has been announced saying that you are already selected, you should not sit for the next process, even if your name figures in the short list or the eligible list, which comes the next day, saying that you are eligible for the process, you will have to withdraw. So you cannot sit for the next process be clear. If you are selected and announced by the company or by the CDC, you should not sit for the next selection process, which may have your name in the list. So everything will be online, and everything, the short list and the selection list, everything will be communicated through the Neopat platform or through the email. So you will have to have a smartphone when you are on campus and check the shortlist. We will not call you to some hall and say that you are shortlisted for an interview. We will say that you are shortlisted for an interview. If the selection process is happening physically, you'll have to come to the placement office. If it is not happening physically, then you'll have to log in into the portal given by the link given by the CDC for attending the interviews virtually. So we are not sure whether we are going to do the interviews for the your batch virtually or physically. Depending on the company's demand, we will be following the process. So these are the training which we are talking about. So we will have the placement training. We please do attend all the training which are conducted by the PAT office. Don't take anything lightly saying that I know everything. That will not help. So it is a question of only about 2-3 hours of training when we offer a specific training. Please do attend. The training may happen after the class hours or during the class hours. If it happens during the class hours, we will give OD for that. You might have gone through the soft skills right from the first year. Please brush up those things. Actually, brush up those soft skills, the aptitude skills that were taught during the selection process, because that is going to be the first hurdle to clear. So this is the placement policy and guidelines. This will be communicated to all of you. In the sense, it will be there also on the portal. So if you have any doubts or queries on that, you can go and check the policy and guidelines. So this is just to talk about the placement process, what we follow at VIT. We usually get 700 companies, 700 plus recruiters on campus. So if you are not getting placed in the first couple of months, don't get dejected. We'll ensure that all of you will get at least one job offer before you leave VIT. That's our commitment. The only thing is actually you have to cooperate with us in terms of the training what we give, and follow the policies and procedures meticulously, so that we would be able to help you. So our job is to get jobs for you, and we will do it meticulously. So these are the number of students placed. About 85% to 90% of the students get at least one job offer when they join VIT. So we are one short of 3,000 Super Dream offers. The question that may come for those people who start attending the Super Dream companies, some of you may not be eligible to sit for the process, because many of the companies the first couple of months or first 1 month, actually they may go with CGPA as the initial criteria. They may say 9 and above or 8.5 and above. You may be skillful than a 9-pointer, but please understand the eligibility criteria is not fixed by us. It is fixed by the recruiting company. So if they say it is 9 CGPA and above, only those students will be allowed. There is no point in sending out mails saying that I am good in programming or I am good in technical skills, but I am not shortlisted based on the CGPA. The only thing is, actually, if you see out of 7,000 students, there are about 3,000 students have already taken a Super Dream offer with more than 10 lakhs per annum. Since our recruitment is spans over the entire year, in case if you are not getting placed or if you are not eligible for a Super Dream company to begin with, actually, please don't get rejected. You will have your chance. The only thing is, actually, you will have to prepare well. You have to hone up your skills so that you get selected in any of the companies that come on for the campus recruitments. So these are some of the dream offers. We get about 4,000. We have got about 4,000 dream offers this time. This is about 6 lakhs and above. So the average CTC for this year, current year, is about 8 lakhs. So we also are focusing on international internships and placements. So this also will come as a Super Dream offer. This will come at the later point in time. So these are some of the placement records. If you take any of the product companies or the consulting companies, the highest number of placements have been done at VIT, and these records are still intact actually, which is not broken by any other institution. I think only both of us, you and I, can break this record going forward. Again, we have got into Lipka Book of Records many times. Okay, so the question that may come from the core engineering students, actually, we talk about only the super dream offers. What is it for me? So the advice to all the core engineering students is, so we get good core engineering companies on campus. The only thing is actually the recruitments may be delayed. In the sense, actually, they may not come in the 7th semester. So most of the core engineering companies, they visit in the 8th semester. So when you get to see the notices of the IT companies or IT product companies offering 10 lakhs, 25 lakhs, you may get frustrated. Please do not get frustrated. We have enough number of companies that come and recruit the core engineering students also. So if you take, why have I put this automobile companies? These are all automobile companies that come and recruit actually. So many of the private engineering institutions do not have these companies on campus. So these are, they have a very stringent accreditation process. These companies have already accredited VIT, and every year they come. See, the only thing, the numbers are very less. So you will have to be technically very strong to get into those companies. You have to brush up your fundamentals and concepts, and be prepared to attend the technical interviews, and the test process and the technical interviews will be much tougher than a software company. So you'll have to start preparing. Some of the companies may come, some of the core engineering companies may come in the month of August, September, but most of them, they prefer recruiting in the 8th semester. So for your senior batch, we are doing more number of core engineering companies only in the 8th semester. So having said that, you also have an opportunity of attending the consulting companies and other IT product companies which allow all branches. There are companies that allow all the branches. So what should you do actually? So in case if you get a consulting or an analytics company, take that offer and keep it with you actually. And you can aspire for your core engineering jobs actually in the 8th semester. So please do not miss out on any of the recruitments which you are eligible, which are non-core. In the sense, actually, there may be consulting companies that are offering more than 7 lakhs per annum. There may be IT services companies that come and recruit. See, the one piece of advice which I would like to give for both CS and non-CS students is actually, please do not ignore the IT services companies recruitments. So here, actually, we don't force anybody to take any offer, as I told you, but it is always better to have a IT services companies offer. What happens is actually, once you get recruited, the companies that come after the IT services companies recruitments, they want to know which are the students who got a IT services companies offer, because see, they are also not into charity. Actually, the selection process are very tough even for an IT services companies. So if you get an offer with them, so there are many companies that ask us to map the students list with the students who got an offer with companies like TCS or a Cognizant. So once we map, actually, they know that these students have already gone through a selection process and they have got an offer. So, and this would enable you to fare well during your the dream jobs or the core jobs or the super dream jobs which come after the IT services companies recruitment. So please do not miss out on the IT services offer. Have that offer in your hand actually. So this is going to be very, very important, because I know many people in the current batch also who ignored the IT services companies and they were attending only the dream jobs and all. But at the end, there are many students who have gone without even a single offer, even one job offer. So you decide whether you want to go for you take an IT services offer and then decide whether you want to go for higher study. In case if you have aspiration of doing an higher education after your graduation, please have that as a backup offer and then aspire for the other offers. So when we talk about the core engineering companies, We have good number of companies. In fact, actually, there are VIT is only institution, the private engineering institution in southern part of India, which is accredited by the public sector companies like Indian Oil, Engineers India, CPCL. So these companies come and recruit. The only thing is actually they come in the 8th semester and recruit. So please do not lose hope or get frustrated when you get to see more number of IT notices that come on your way when we start with the placement season. Wait for your chance, and wherever there is an opportunity, please use the opportunity and take the offer. So we will have more orientation program when you come on campus. We also do some girls only recruitment process. So these are some of the companies that recruit have only girls for the recruitment process. Some of the consulting companies or data analytic companies that allow all students for the placements, all branches for students. These are some of the companies that have allowed all branch students. So apart from that, actually, so if you are from a non-CS branch, if you want to attend the Super Dream company where your branch is not eligible, the Career Development Center will be conducting a mock test, the test process to identify good coders. So if you are good in coding and programming, and if you are from non-CS branch, we usually identify about the top 200 students who are good in programming based on the test we administer. So this will be similar to an ACRANK test. And if you are able to do well and come in the top 200 list, we will send out this 200 list to all the companies wherever your branch is not eligible, the product companies and the consulting companies or data analytic companies, where in case if you are from a civil or a mechanical or a chemical background, and if your branch is not eligible for any of the Super Dream companies, we will attach that list and recommend you for attending the selection process. So you can start preparing for your based on the Java skills that you have learned in your 5th and 6th semester. You can start preparing for the test process, which we will be doing it very shortly. So if you are one of the top coders who will come in the top 200 list, we will recommend you. I'm not saying that we are guaranteeing you the company is allowing you for the process, but we will recommend you to attend the selection process. And if you are good, you can sit for the process and get selected. Okay. As I told you, the next couple of years is going to be, the next couple of months is going to be crucial for you. So I think you'll have to stop playing your video games and use this time to do any of the programming, get into any of the programming portal practice courses and try to come into the leaderboard. So this will give you a lot of value when you come for the selection process. So when we talk about the online courses, please ensure that you have at least 1 or 2 online courses completed in your CV. This adds a lot of value to your CV. Though these courses are not recognized, or the sense actually they are not given undue value for the courses that you have done. The companies that come on campus, they see your self-learning capability. So in case if you have done a course in Coursera, actually, as you all know, it's entirely self-learning. So once you join a company, whether it's a core engineering company or a software company, you don't have a classroom teaching there. So it's all actually the companies give projects or with a defined timeline. You will have to do the work by doing your own self-learning and start doing the work. Actually, once you join any company, you might have experienced that in an internship. So the companies, when they come on campus, actually, when they go through your CV, when they see that you have done something on Coursera or Udemy, your they appreciate your self-learning experience. So this will add value when you attend any selection process. So coming back to the industry certification process, so we have a basket of industry certification process which will be floating by next week. We have a orientation. Please do attend this orientation before you register for any of the industry certification. So I think this is going to be compensated for your two summer credit internship, industry internship, 2 credit industry internship. In place of 2 credit industry internship, you can do an industry certification, which is authorized by the CDC. We will have a series of presentations made by the companies on the certification. So based on your area of interest, please complete one certification. It's not for the sake of getting the 2 summer credits. These are all industry evaluated certification. So once on one part I talked about Coursera, another one is on the industry certification. See, the Coursera or Udemy, you don't have an evaluation. So because of that, the industry doesn't give a full recognition. But in the case of industry certification, the evaluation is done after the certification. Only after that, actually, you are certified. So please ensure that you have at least one certification before you come for the selection process, before you attend the campus recruitment process. It can be on any certification. So we have a basket of certification. If you are a mechanical engineer, actually we have CAT certification and other certification which are there. Whichever suits your interest, please do that and get certified before you start attending the selection process. I highlight that in case if you are getting an AWS practitioner certification, or in case if you are getting a Salesforce certification, please highlight that on your CV. That adds a lot of value. Once you clear your selection process, the test process, this adds a lot of value during your interview process. And in case, say for example, if you are interested in a cybersecurity role, and if you have done a EC Council certification, you automatically get into that project. Actually, you need not go through training for that. Actually, you become a billable resource once you join the company. So please ensure that you finish one certification before you come for the selection process. Okay, so these are some of the important points. We may be ruthless, we may be very strict, we may be seen like a policeman. But when we deal with about 5,000 plus students for campus recruitment process, we need to follow some rules and regulations, which is fair to everyone. The first point is eligibility criteria is not fixed by CDC. There is no point in sending out mails saying that actually the CGPA is 8.5, it is 8.5. So 8.49 is not equal to 8.5. And please do not negotiate with us. Actually, we don't have any say on that. And regarding the branches, the courses and the branches, in case if the company, say for example, last time Intel came, the year before last, actually they had this MTech control and automation students sitting for the selection process. The last year they did not allow. So there were a lot of mails saying that actually that CDC has blocked the students from attending the selection process, which is not true. If the company doesn't have requirements for the particular domain, they may not allow that branch for the selection process. So there is no point in sending out mails to us saying that my branch is not there, the CGPA is very high. The eligibility criteria in terms of the courses, the branches, and the percentages or the CGPA, everything is fixed by the company. We don't have any say in that actually. So in case if the company says you allow everyone with 6 CGPA, we are more than happy to facilitate the process, though we have some logistics constraints, we do that. And all placement queries should be sent only to the following mail IDs. So if you are from Vellore, this will be your the mail query, and don't expect an online answer from us. It may take a day or two for us to come back to you and answer, and only the genuine queries will be answered. So in the placement portal itself, we will have the policy and guidelines. You can go and check whether the question which you have got has an answer there. We also have an FAQ which will be there on the portal. Just in case if you have any question, just go and see the FAQ or the rules and regulations or the policy guidelines. In case if it is not answered and if the query is genuine, you can send out a mail to us. And if you are, as I told you, if you are registering for a process and if you do not attend the selection process, there will be a 2 weeks automatic suspension from the process. You will be blocked on campus, the Neopat portal. You may not be able to apply for any further process. we don't entertain mails on that actually, because in case we get a bad name with the companies. In case if we send 100 students name list and only 60 of them attend the selection process, the initial test process, we get a very bad name. So if you are missing out on the process, please don't send out on mail. Send out mail saying that actually I missed it because of the net connectivity, or I was not keeping well. So those kind of things actually we will not allow. In the sense actually there will be a 2 weeks automatic suspension. Again, there will be no extension of date or time. So everything is as a deadline, whether it's a training or the placement registration. So please keep checking your mails regularly from now on. You'll start getting mails actually, and the deadline will be even for 5 hours, 6 hours. 6 hours. The company wants the list immediately. We'll have to close the registration. After the deadline, there is no manual registration. There is no mail registration. No recommendation from proctor or HODs or dean. After the deadline, we will not be able to take the registration, because after the deadline, immediately the list goes to the companies for the recruitment. Okay, so these are some of the important points. We will mail it to you. Any misbehavior or malpractice reported by the placement team or the recruiting company would lead to permanent removal from the name from the database, placement database. No malpractice or no copying during the process actually will be allowed. We also want you to respect the placement team. Any misbehavior with the placement team, either with the student coordinators or with the placement team, we take it very seriously, because they work day in and day out in getting you placed and getting you into a good career path. Some of the students may think that they may skip the pre-placement talks and directly go for the test process, which is not allowed. Pre-placement talks are also part of the selection process, and it is mandatory to attend the same. Okay, so the next one is on the process. There may be multiple companies doing the process on a given day. So if you attend 2 or more companies process, if you are giving interviews for 2 or more companies, and then if you get selected in 2 or more companies on the same day, you have an option of choosing the company, and you can send out a mail saying that I would like to go with this company, and this option cannot be changed. So the student has got the option of choosing the company. If there are 2 companies doing the process and one company announcing the results on the first day and the second company announcing the result on the second day, the company that announced the result on the first day, you will have to choose take the offer. You have no option of going for the next company. Okay, all communications to the company should be routed only through the CDC. You are not allowed to talk to the HR or mail the company. We don't entertain influencing or writing directly to the company on the process, either on the process or on any clarification should be routed only through the placement office. Any direct communication either by you or by the parent will be strictly will lead to suspension. So I talked about the importance of attending the IT services companies recruitment. Please do attend. Don't miss out on any company's recruitment. If you are placed in an IT services, you will be still eligible for a Dream IT, Dream Core, Super Dream internships and placements. Okay, I think we have already communicated. We also will, after the orientation, maybe next week, we will send out another mail. In case if you want to withdraw from the placement process now also, you can withdraw. We will reimburse your amount before, in case if you are not interested in attending the going through the placement process. Because in case if you have already decided to do higher education, please do not attend any of the Dream or Super Dream companies offer. If you do attend and reject the offer or cancel the offer, then you have to do an additional course before you graduate. So some of the students who took it lightly are now running around the departments. We don't come into the picture on which subject they are going to offer. So that is with the schools and department. You know the difficulty of doing an additional course. So in case if you are you have already decided to do higher education, please do not attend the selection process. We also will reimburse amount now. So once you start attending the process, you are not eligible for any withdrawal. Okay. So as I told you, visit of core companies, placement opportunities of our core engineering students are definitely there. The numbers may be less, and their visiting months may differ. Actually, they may get delayed to 8th semester. Okay, I also talked about companies recruiting for internships. In case if you are recruited by a super dream internship company or a dream internship company, you will have to accept the offer. You have no other go, and you cannot sit for a parallel super dream or a dream offer. You have to go for the lower offer. Okay, next couple of months is going to be crucial. What others do, what other college students do: prepare for aptitude test, improve their soft skills, their communication skills by um, doing their own mock interviews, search IT services companies question papers on net, and prepare for programming in final year. Before the process, they prepare for final year. These colleges have only the IT services companies recruitment, so they search only for those question papers and prepare for selection process. What you should do, you also have to prepare for your aptitude test. So what is the best source? Go to the soft skills trainer portals, training companies portal. Start practicing for the aptitude test. Don't take it lightly, in the sense, actually, if you think that I am good in programming or I am good in technical skills, I am good in core technical core engineering technical skills, you still have the order of clearing the aptitude test. Unless otherwise you clear the aptitude test, you cannot even go for the next round of programming or the technical skills test. So give importance to aptitude test. Brush up your soft skills syllabus, which is being taught from right from the first year, and improve your soft skills actually. So do some practice sessions on how to talk during the interviews. We also will do some orientation sessions on that. Brush up your fundamentals. Most of the technical questions that come during the interviews will be from your third semester, fourth semester subjects. So you cannot go and say there saying that actually I studied in third semester, now I have forgotten everything. So unless otherwise you brush up your fundamentals, it's going to be difficult. Create your digital footprint. In case if you are do not have a LinkedIn account, please create one. Start networking with your fellow students from other campuses to know what's happening in the industry. Network with the industry people so that you would get to know, join the groups, LinkedIn groups, where you get to know about the campus recruitment process and also what's happening in the industry. Give importance to maths, unless otherwise you are good in your mathematical analytical ability, it's going to be very difficult to clear the aptitude test. So the Neopat portal also will have aptitude practice papers which you can practice. Have industry certification, as I told. If you are from a CS or even from non-CS branch, practice on lead code. Most of the questions that come during the process, any of the campus recruitment process, is from the lead code portal. If you are from CS background, practice your algorithms and data structures. Get into leaderboards of HackerRank, HackerEarth. Practice those questions that are there on the portals. Okay, so these are some of the subjects that you need to be strong because most of the technical questions will come from there. Have more number of internships in your CV. In case if you have done some small internships, it may be for 2 weeks, 3 weeks also. Please ensure that that is there on your CV. You might have done some summer internships. So internships are given a lot of value when you attend a selection process. So in case if there is any contest which is coming up within this couple of months, I have mentioned only the software related contests. If you have any core engineering contests also, please ensure that you clear at least the first couple of rounds. This will be useful for your placement preparation. Also, you can add that on your CV, which would add value when you go for your technical interviews. So that's all from us. So I think in case if you have any queries, you can write to us on placement queries. So after this session, we will have the team from Neopat. They will be talking to you for about 10-15 minutes on how to register on the placement portal. We also will share the process note on how to build your career profile or add your academic activities on the portal. How do you apply for a job post? So this is going to be very important for you. Please do pay attention, and this will be for another 10-15 minutes. Karthik, do you have the
yes, sir.
Yeah, so they can log in now.
Yes, sir.
So thanks for patient listening. Anyways, this is a general orientation session. We will have much more orientations when you come on campus. So we will have the smaller groups. In the sense, actually, we will share much more details on the placement process. Thanks for the time.
Hi, sir. So this is Ramanathan from Neopat.
Sir, thank you so much, sir. Sir, our junior Karthik has a point for you so that you can add it up. Ramanathan, give me a second. Ramanathan, give me a second.
Sure.
Ramanathan, give me a second.
Okay, there was some query on the summer internship and the clash of academic calendar. For those of you who got summer internship through the CDC, I think many of them have got in companies like Morgan Stanley or TVS Utkarsh. So we will write a mail to you. I think there may be a clash. In case if you are on camp, if the internship is going to be online, you will get and in case of the summer internship is going to be online, you will still be on campus and do your internship, and during the internship period we will give you OD, and we also would request the company to give you leave for those 4-5 days where you can give your the exams, the term and exams. So in case if the company insists you for the internship to be done in their offices, whether if you have to go and do the internship in their offices physically, then for the class hours we will give you OD. You need not worry about that. For the term and exams, you will be still eligible for a refat, and we will not consider this as an arrear. You can, once you come back on campus, you can give you a refat. This has been already communicated to the Dean Academics Office. So we would get to know which companies are going to have online internships or offline internships. So that once we get a clarity by April, we would be able to help you. So you need not worry about that. We would take care of your OD as well as the refat. Thank you. Yeah, you can go ahead, Karthik.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Over to team I am Neo.
So hi all. So this is Ramanathan from Team Neopat. So I will start presenting my screen and moving forward with the presentation portal. So yes, sir. So I hope that our screen is visible. So Neopat is completely an end-to-end tool to access your complete placement activities and training aspects in our portal itself. So firstly, each and every student will get a mail from vat.placement@gmail.com, where you will be having your email ID with the password for the same. So, for example, consider myself as my mail ID as vatstudent@examine.io. So, this would be my login URL. So, placement.vat.ac.in would be the URL. And all these information, including URL and also the login credentials, will be included to you or sent to you through the mail ID itself. So, where you will be mailed from vat.placement@gmail.com. So the first thing is that the student will have this login panel once he puts in his URL over here. So in this login page, the first thing you will be doing is that you will be entering your VAT student.examine.io like a mail ID which is being provided to you. So once this is being provided, when you click on next, the next panel is that you will have a verification with respect to your portal. So if you are available or previously entered your password, it will be directly pushing into your login panel. So if not, you will be asked to put in your password. So just imagine that most of the times your password will be the characters before the @ symbol. So for example, if my login email ID is vitstudent@exami.io, the password will be before the @ symbol, which is vitstudent. So all of will be in small characters. So getting into our portal, you will be dropped into this respective dashboards panel. The first thing is that you should have an overview of our dashboard. The first thing, you will be having an overview where starting from right, actually you will be having an option to log out from this page. So by clicking on this, so the next thing is the notification panel. So next thing is the wish list, and the next one is the search icon where you can search anywhere in this page. So coming to the left side, you'll be having a menu bar where you'll be having all kind of features available in our portal, and where you'll be accessing completely with respect to your placement training aspects. So I'll be starting from first is that whenever you log in into your account, the first thing you can do is that you can get into this account settings, and you will be entering your password and get it. And first thing you will be doing is that you can change your password as per your requirement. So for further, in case of any kind of malpractice or anything issues, to avoid those kind of things, the first thing you can do is that you can get in and by entering your password, and yet then you can edit or update your password as per your requirement. So after doing this, second icon, which is profile. So this profile is that will be showing my complete data with respect to personal and also my academic details. So here I will be having my campus. So consider this as my campus, that is district. For example, if you are from Vellore campus, you will be having it as Vellore, and Chennai or Bhopal or Amravati. So you will be also mentioned as your batch over here, and your department, and also your degree over here. So in this left side panel, you will be having your basic details, that is the name and also your registration number, and you will be also having your email ID. At the same time, if there is any tag is being provided, you will be having any tag, and your profile status. So you can have your details updated within the end of the day today. So if you have a check over right now, you'll be having some other data which has been uploaded. But by the end of the day, you'll be having all the kind of data which has been uploaded with respect to you. So after that, if you have any queries or if you have any updates which is needed to be done in those aspects with respect to your personal or academic details which is needed to be updated, you can click on this respect to edit icon. So this edit icon, you can change your first name, last name, and also you can only change your first name and last name. So the thing is that you cannot change your registration number. If you need to change your registration number which has been wrongly provided, you can directly ping the CDC cell, so that they will be acting accordingly to this respective part. So on those cases, they will be working on it. And the second part is the academic details. So if you have any changes with respect to your academic details, for example, if your 10th percentage is 85%, but the details which has been mentioned over here is 80, and you can also use this edit icon to request for a change in this respective part. So all kind of academic details will be mentioned in this respective part, including your backlog history, current backlogs, whether you are interested for placements or not. So any kind of details will be updated over here in this respective part. So if you need any updations which is needed to be done, so just imagine myself as a student, and my 10th percentage is 85%. So now I am mentioning it as 85 and then percentage. And the thing is that now I can now directly edit this respective part. So to make a confirmation from the CDC cell, I will be clicking on this send request, where a mail mentioning the same will be sent to the respective CDC cell, and they will also have a provision to check the respective have a cross check with the previous data available, and then they will be approving it, and then you will be having this updated data over here. So the profile panel looks like, and this is how you will be asking for an update in your respective academic details. And below that, you will be having your additional details, if any, for example, your Aadhaar number, your PAN number, and also your family members' details. If there are any details, you will be also having those provision over those details over here below. And you can also ask for an update or edit in this respective part, as I mentioned the previous panel. So the third panel is the resume one. So here you will be uploading your resume by clicking on this respective part. So consider this as my resume. So the important part is that you can upload your resume only as a PDF. So make sure that you upload your resume as so any other it is in a PDF format, and then you upload your resume. So once you update all kind of details with respect to your profile panel, so once your profile is ready, so the major part with respect to drives is that your profile. So please do make sure that you have all kind of details updated with respect to your profile. For example, if you have a CG, UG percentage of 65% with respect to 6th semester, so if you are passing out the 6th semester with a percentage of 75%, please do make sure that you ask for an update in respective format, because for the drives which are coming on the next date on the respective part. So if you are not updating in this respective part and you ask for an sir, I percentage in UG, but you will not be able to ask for the same unless and until you ask for an update in this respective profile panel. So please do make sure that you always see this respective profile panel being updated most priority this respective UG percentage. So once you update your profile as per your requirements, so the next part is the drives. So all part of drives will be floated in this respective pattern. So whatever companies which is coming in for VAT will be floated under one roof in this respective drives panel. So make sure that the fourth icon is the drives one, and you'll be having two sub panels. One is the my drives and other is the all drives. So under my drives, you'll be having a small statistics on and the number of drives available, and the drives in which you are selected, those numbers, and not selected, and also waiting for result, and those small data and statistics will be mentioned in this respective part. So after having an overview or idea on this respective tones and numbers, so then the next part is that you'll be having an option to filter or sort by this respective panel itself. So for example, if I am a kind of student who is planning to sort the drive, the company's name from A to Z or Z to A, I can also update or I can also filter in this respective part. And I can also get to know the date ascending and date descending. For example, if you need to know that which is the upcoming drive, or which is the drive which has been done, or I need to have a filter on those respective part, which can also be done. And the next one is the filter by status. So there are several kind of drives. So there are drives which has the date not mentioned. So those will be mentioned as upcoming drive, or there are upcoming drives in the future cases. Those will be named as upcoming. And the drive which you are eligible. So that means that you have an eligibility criteria and you have passed those eligibility criteria, and now you are eligible for this drive, and now you will be accepting or declaring for the drive, and those scenarios status will be this coming under this respective part and opted in. So just imagine that there are 4 to 5 drives where you are already eligible and you have opted in. So opted in is nothing but accepting the drives. So opted in is accepting the drives, and opted out is declining the drives. So those things will be updated in the future cases. So as of now, opted in is accepting the drives, and opted out is declining the drives. So opted in is that if you have opted in for 2 to 3 drives, those drives will be filtered and displayed in the below cases. And there are also placed drives will be shown and also rejected and also opted. So the third filter option is with respect to your job type. So if you are only looking for companies with respect to full time or internship come full time or part time or only internship, so those kind of filters can also be applied and can be filtered as per your requirement, and also your salary ranges. So for example, if you are looking only for super dream offers, so you can also put this respect to 10 lakh, more than 10 lakh per annum filter, and look for only super dream offers. So, but if you are looking for 5 to 10 lakh drives, so those kind of filter options can also be applied. And for example, if you have hundreds of drives which is being listed in this respective part, and you need to find out a specific drive, you can use this search command to search out the respective drive. So now, as of now, in this respect to my drives, actually I have only 2 drives, but I also have a sub panel that is the all drives. So this all drives shows me the number of drives that are totally available with respect to my branch or my patch. So there are 3 drives which are available in all drives. So the same kind of filter sort options and search options will be available. So in my drives, I will be showing you some scenarios. So just imagine that this is the kind of full-time role. So QA analyst is the name or role name of the role, and also the company's name will be mentioned over here. That is the recruitment drive, and also the location of the drive will be mentioned below the name of the company. So which is Bangalore and Mumbai, and I have also location package for this respective drive, that is 8 lakh per annum, and also the job offer type, that is full time or part time, or those details will be mentioned. And then is this criteria of this respective drive, that is whether I am placed or not, or what is the scenario of this respective drive. So this drive has been mentioned that place. So when I get into this respective place drive, so I will be able to mention the details over here. So imagine this as my recruitment drive. So I will be having some details over here. For example, a note or details with respect to drive other details need to be mentioned. The respective CDC cell will be putting in all those details over under this respective panel itself. You'll be having all kind of details with respect to this respective drive. Before you getting into for accepting or declining this respective drive, please do make sure that you go through all kind of details which is being mentioned in this respective panel. So under if this is the name of the company and also the type of the company or type of the drive. So you'll be having all kind of details with respect to this respective company, your primary skills which is being needed, your personal attributes which is required, and also the roles and responsibilities of this respective company, and also the skills required for this respective company, and all these details will be mentioned. So once you go through these all kind of details, so you will also have an option to download the file, which is the JD of this job description of this respective drive. So once you click on this download file option, you will be having an option link to download this respective file, to make sure that you also go through this respective JD before you opt in or opt out, that is accept or decline for this respective drive. So since this is a placed drive, so imagine myself as a student and I have placed for this respective recruitment drive. So now I have asked you to upload my offer letter. So if you are placed, now you will be uploading your offer letter if you get it. And now by clicking on this respective upload offer letter, you can select the respective offer letter, and then I will be uploading the same. So you will be uploading your offer letter as a PDF. So this uploading offer letter is being done. The next part is that you will also check the respective profile, drive type, or salary and the location, and also the status of the respective drive. So once these are done, you will also have an overview, round 1 and round 2. So under overview, you will be having the details of this respective drive. So when you click on this overview, you'll be having the basic details of this respective drive. That is, what is the placement date? And for example, if the placement date is Feb 21, 2022, and if it is a kind of tentative date or confirmed date. So confirmed date is the date is being fixed and no change in date as of now. And tentative date is that, for example, there are some companies which say that the drives will be conducted on March month or April. So the dates would be approximate, and those will be mentioned as tentative, and you can the date might also change. So those scenarios, you will also receive a mail mentioning that that's a drive date change for the same. So we also have a very good communication system where you will be notified and also have a notification on whatever action has been taken over in our portal. So for example, if a drive has some date change with respect to this respective scenario, or any round date changes, or any date or venue, or any things with respect to the drive changes, you have a mail communication for the same. So you will also have a mail communication if a drive is being floated for you, or if a drive you will also receive a mail that hey, please do check in and also opt in or accept for this respective drive if you are interested when a drive is being floated and you are eligible. So in scenarios that if you are not eligible for a drive, or those scenarios also you will receive a mail mentioning that hey, you are not respective drive. So please do check some scenarios that you will be making sure that you will be communicated throughout the scenarios of whatever actions be taken over in our portal. So you will also have a last date to apply, so which is February 2022, and also the time is being mentioned. Also, please do make sure that you do opt in or accept for this respective drive or opt out for this respective drive before the last date to apply. So you also have the round details. So for example, PPT means pre-placement talk. PPT means pre-placement talk, round 1, round 2. So as of now, the CDC cell have updated up to 2 rounds. So pre-placement talk is on Feb 22nd, 2022, the venue is the auditorium. So the round 1 is on round 1 is online assessment is on the date Feb 23. The venue is to be announced later. So as of say round 2 is technical round and also the date is being mentioned, but the venue will be announced later. So as of now, so this is the kind of structuring how the overall drive overview details which is being displayed in your portal. So you will also have any additional details if it has been uploaded. So this is how it looks like. So at the end of this respective panel, you also have an option to view your eligibility criteria. So just imagine that there are hundreds of drives in your respective account, and you need to check your eligibility criteria where you are not eligible for. So you will be having an option to check your eligibility criteria by clicking on this link to view. You will be having a provision to check what is your current eligibility criteria which is being prepared for the respective company and your my data which is being. For example, just imagine that. So it is a kind of the name is nothing but the criteria 1. So this respective criteria 1 expects your account or profile to be approved state. So the eligibility required is approved and your data is approved. This means that this has a match in this respect. You are eligible and you have a tick mark in this website. So for this respective degree, the required degree on this respective part is that testing. Imagine this as a degree. So testing BE mechanical engineering, testing. So these two degrees are only will be eligible for this respective track. And your degree is testing BE mechanical engineering, so which matches on this respective part. So you are eligible. So as you'll be also having your 10th and 12th percentage and diploma and UG PG percentage, and also the comparison with respect to your backlogs and also your batches and super batches and your interest for placements or not, and these details will also be mentioned in this respective part. So once you get to know these details, you'll be having an idea on why you are eligible and why you are not eligible. So imagine that if my data is around 55% in this respective 10%, I will be not eligible for this respective drive, and I will be having a cross mark in this respective part, which denotes me that I am not eligible for this respective drive due to this respective reason. So here you will not have a scenario to check with your CTC cell that why you are not eligible. Please do make sure that every kind of details will be in our portal itself. So all kind of details you can check in our portal, including your eligibility criteria for the same. So once you get to know about this respective part, so this is a scenario I have showed you if you are a placed kind of student, and this is a placed kind of drive. So the next drive I will be showing is that developer, that this drive is for developer role, and also company name is Recruitment drive, and also the Chennai and Bangalore is the location with the lakh per annum package being mentioned as 9 lakh. So this starts on 25th 2022, and this is an upcoming drive. So I will be clicking on it to check the respective details of this respective drive. I also have some details which has been mentioned. I will be going through it, and also the download file is the JD. So now I will be having an overview of this respective drive. What is the role, drive type? So also the so this drive denotes me that I am eligible for this. Having two options, that is, one is opt-in and other is opt-out. So just imagine that this respective opt-in will be changed or updated to accept, and opt-out will be updated to decline. So accept or opt-in means you are accepting and moving on the further process of the drive, and opt-out or declining means you are jumping out of this respective drive. So please do make sure that drive date and drive status and the round status and also the salary status which will be mentioned in this respective part. After having an overview of all these aspects, also to check your eligibility criteria that why you are eligible, and after getting to know all these details, please do make sure that you opt in. So imagine myself as a student, and now I am eligible for this respective drive, and after checking all those details, now I am clicking on this respective opt-in part. So now if I need to opt in, so I also have a drive required additional details. So imagine that all companies comes in with the requirement of 5 to 10 fields where the data will be asked and you will be updating some data in those aspects. For example, have you done any internships? Yes. So there might be also some questions asking, stating that, hey, write about yourself in 100 words. Or there might be also some terms and conditions which will be mentioned so this is the kind of 2-year bonded company. So please do make sure that you check on those respective aspects and then you opt in. So all kind of questions will be mentioned in this respective pop-up. So after you answer all those details only, you will be able to move on to the next process of opt-in for the drive. So now if you need to opt in, you will have a pop-up which has an option called please type opt-in in text box. So if this is opt-in, simply clicking on confirm to opt-in for this respective drive. So in future cases, you cannot say that I have unfortunately or I have mistakenly opted in or opted out for this respective drive, because you will be manually typing in as opt-in or opt-out for this respective drive. So please do make sure that you have a knowledge on the same. So now you can also have opt-out for this respective drive before the last day to apply. So the reason why this respective option is being provided is that, so if you have any other further plans of moving out from the drive after getting to know more details on this respective company or drive or any other things, so you also have a provision to opt out from the drive within the last date to apply. So beyond the last date to apply, you will not have a provision to opt out from the drive. So you will also have a provision, but there are two scenarios. So if the CDC cell provides you an option to do multiple actions on opt-in and opt-out, you will be having this respective opt-out option to opt out of the drive. So if they not provide this respective provision, you will be able to do only one action, whether it is to opt-in or opt-out from the drive. So this totally depends upon the CDC cell. So now this respective for this respective drive, our team has provided to have a provision for opt-out. So now if I have some medical emergency or any personal commitments, so now if I am planning to opt out for this respective drive, I can also type in as opt-out. So I am manually typing it as opt-out, so I cannot say that it has accidentally done. So if I have clicked in as opt-out, now I am able to opt out for this respective drive. So this is how the overall process with respect to place scenario, if you are eligible, looks like. I will also show you that how. So if this is a drive, I am not eligible. So this is a drive for developer and QA analyst role, and this is I am your recruitment drive, and this is for locations Chennai, Bangalore, and Mumbai for multiple profiles. So imagine that this for this respective drive I am not eligible. So I also have all kind of details being mentioned in this respective part, and as said earlier, I will also be having the details of this respective drive in this respective part, and also the JD for the same. So in this respective part, so please do hold on for a minute. Yes. So yes, actually I am not eligible for the respective drive, and I will also be having my details in this respective panel, and I will also have an overview on this eligibility criteria and placement date and the last date to apply, and I will also have a panel showing me that why I am not eligible. So here it is being mentioned as my UG percentage which is being required for this respective drive is 70% or 7 CGPA, but my data is only 65%. So due to this respective reason, I am not eligible. So here itself it denotes clearly that why I am not eligible for this respective drive. So as a student, you should definitely also check the all drives panel to get to know the status of why you are not eligible for some of your drives. To plan accordingly for this respective drives, for example, if all there are also some companies will also look for 80 to 90% of the respective and also 8 to 9 CCPA to make sure that you plan accordingly your academics and then you will update your academics. So this is a kind of important feature which shows you that why you are not eligible, and you also have an option to view selection process. You also have a provision to show the overall selection process, that is round 1, round 2, round 3, and also the previous block on those details. So you also have a provision of having a view on the profile salary. So here you also have a split up on the salary description. So just imagine that this respective drive is for two roles. That is, here you see an option called multiple profiles. So below I will be able to see two profiles. That is, this respective drive is for two different roles and designation. That is, one is for developer and other is for QA analyst. And developer role, the package is of 7.5 LPA annually, and the QA analyst, the package is of 4.5 to 5.25 lakh annually. So I also have a description and a salary split for the same, where for developer there is not being mentioned anything, and for QA analyst I have a fixed pay of 4 to 4.5 lakh. And also for the variable pay, I have a split of 50,000 to 75,000 rupees. So this is how I'll be having all kind of details with respect to price, including from round type and the reason why I'm eligible and not eligible, and also the salary split up, and also the overall details of the respective price, including JD and also the other details. So yes, students. So this is with respect to my drives and all drives. So the next part is that I will be showing you another option called dashboards. So this dashboard, under this respective dashboard, you will be having an option called drive dashboard. So in this drive dashboard, you will be having an analytics and statistics on the overall drives panel. So just imagine that if I am a student, so if I am if my placement season is being started, so if I need to plan my days accordingly and work on this respective accordingly, first thing is that you need to get to know that what are the drives or what are the rounds you are capable and eligible, and what are the drives you need to update, and what are the rounds you need to work on. So after getting to know the basic details on this respective panel, that is drives for your batch, and also the price volatility, and number of eligible trade, number of not eligible trade, and number of offers you have got and not selected trades, and all these details. After getting to know all these details, you will be having a to show you that what are the if you are opting for a respective drive, those details will be mentioned on this respective panel. That is, there are 3 respective drives, and you will also have a complete scenario, complete explanation on all these respective drives. So the second panel shows you the round type wise status. So where, for example, online assessment is a round. So technical interview is a round, HR is a round, and pre-placement talk is a kind of round. So all these rounds, if it is being numbered at 2, so this mentioned that I have attended 2 online assessment rounds. So I have selected all for the 2 respective online assessment rounds. So this shows me that I am good with respect to the online assessment round. So if I have HR round, I have attended HR round 1 time, and I have not selected from this HR round 1 time. So this means that I need to develop myself with respect to the HR round or group discussion or those respective rounds. So, and also I'll be having a panel to show me that the round is strong and weak area. So with respect to this color denotes that you are strong. So online assessment you are 100% strong, and HR you are 100% weak. So this means that you need to engage and develop yourself with respect to this HR round, and you need to practice for the same. So you will also having a panel to show you the best performing drives. So where recruitment drive of mine is the best performing drives of yours, and also the least performing drives of it. So at the panel, bottom you will be also having eligible but not opted. You are eligible but you have not opted drives will be mentioned, and not eligible drives will be listed over here. And the last one, round wise opt-in drive status. So you have hundreds of drives. So if you need to check a status on one click, for example, I'll be clicking on the same in this respective part, where I'll be having a view on round 1, round 2, round 3 status, and also that have I attended for the same, and also that I am selected or not. So what is the review on the same? So good or bad. So if I have a bad review on the HR round, so this means that I need to engage myself and practice for the same for the upcoming drives. So yes, students. So this is with respect to Neopat placement TRP, where I have showed you that where you will be getting the mail notification. That is the vat.placement@gmail.com. After you get the mail notification, you will be having the email ID and password with which you will be logging into our portal. And after logging in, the first thing you will be moving into is this respective account settings and change your password. And then you will move to the profile panel to check whether your profile details are perfectly correct or updated, and then if updates needed, you need to check for approval. And the next thing I showed you is the drives. So under drives, I showed you the 3 scenarios of drive, whether you're eligible or not eligible, or you are a placed student. So those scenarios and also the details where to check in this respective drives panel, and also the dashboards on how to work around, how to interpersonally develop yourself with respect to drives and placement season. So thanks, and this is from my side, sir. I have done from my part. Sir, Karthikeyan, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Ramanathan. Though it was so elaborative, we would like you to send the SOP or the guidebook for students once you're ready with that. Okay.
Sure, sir. Sure. We will definitely.
Thank you, students. OD will be given. Our team will be sending a mail for OD for this particular 2 hours of period. So don't worry about that. See you all. All the best for your placements. Thank you, sir. And thanks CTS team and CDC team for wonderful cooperation and execution of this event. Bye-bye.
Thanks, sir.